Welcome, REALME is a REALME C11, and today I will show you a couple tweaks and tricks that I can do on this device. So starting out from the list, we're gonna go to split screen. Now on this device there's actually several ways you can launch split screen, which is really nice and well convenient. And I will show you all the ways. Probably the most, the quickest one and most comfortable is a 3-finger swipe. So let's start off with opening up any kind of app that you want on top, which I'm gonna use YouTube. It seems like the best option. So once it's open, all you need to do is take 3 fingers, swipe up, and you can see it moves into the split screen. Now there's also a, I believe, recent one. When you hold it, it also goes into it, and you can simply do it by tapping on recent, also tapping on the 3 dots, and you will have the split screen toggle right here as well. And whichever way you choose it, it doesn't really matter. Whichever one is more comfortable, that's the one you should probably use. Once you have it open, all you need to do now is open another app that you wish to split screen with. So for instance, something like Chrome. As you can see, now both of the apps are open. Now if I were connected to internet, I would be able to watch videos while still browsing the web, and videos will not pause during that. So it's a really nice way of, for instance, listening to music while actually not having to pay for the subscription and still doing other stuff. Now when you want to close it, you can either press home, then you have to swipe it away, either up or down, depending which way you swipe. If you swipe it down, it will then go into full screen. If you swipe up, it just completely closes it. Then moving on to the next one, it's a fairly quick one. It's just a simple dark mode. You have a toggle right over here, and give it a moment, and now everything is in dark mode. So you can see now notification panel, instead of being white, it's black, and also default apps are in dark mode as well. You can see dialer, messages, Play Store. I'm not sure about the browser. It looks like it is also in dark mode. So majority of the system will be in dark mode, as you will see right now. So just adds a little bit more of a nicer look to it, especially if you're using the device at night. It won't be blasting your irises with white light, which is, in my opinion, really harsh to the eye. So I prefer to have the dark mode rather than, well, just a normal one. Now moving on to the next one, it's just gonna be the home screen mode. Now by default you have the app drawer, but you can also change it to 2 different ones. Let's go to the settings, and then somewhere above we have the home screen, lock screen, magazine, and in here home screen mode. So you can see right now we're at the drawer mode, which is the typical Android one. Then you have also the standard one, which makes it behave more like a Apple device would, with all the icons on the home screen and just folders everywhere. And then you also have the simple mode, which increases the space between the icons, fits way less, and it's more catered to the elderly people that aren't really so savvy with smartphones and overly tech. So whichever one you choose, you will need to tap on apply. So let's just say I'm gonna go with the standard mode. There we go. Let's tap on switch. As you can see, it does apply it and then it switches, so you don't have any more app drawer, but everything is right on the home screen. Now I don't really have many apps, as you can see, so they could just as well fit on one single page, but if you have more, then it will take a couple pages probably. Then moving on, we're gonna go into something that I really find useful, which is the swipe down for notification. Now by default, if you swipe down, it goes to the system-wide search. Oops, let's actually confirm this. So from here you can search basically anything on your device, text messages, contacts, stuff like that. Now I don't really find a use for it personally, so I would much rather have the access to notification panel from just swiping anywhere. By default you would have to swipe from all the way from the top to get the notifications, but with this being enabled you don't need to do that anymore. So let's go into the settings, then again under the home screen we should find it somewhere here. Swipe down on home screen for notification center, and now you can see that it will pull down the notification panel as long as you swipe from, well, approximately above the dots. Anywhere from, well, basically up to here will pull down the notification panel, which is really nice. Now moving on to the last thing that I wanted to show is just the gesture navigations. I keep this as a last, even though I consider this one of the best ones, just because swiping on the tray when it's sitting on this little thing is a little bit not so convenient, which defeats the purpose of this. But let's just first enable it, and we do it by going into the convenience tools, and from here navigation buttons, and you have the swipe gestures from both sides. Enable it. You have this couple step guide on how to use it. Now, apart from what it's showing us, I'm still gonna show it myself so you can see it in action. Let me try to place this phone somehow. There we go. Now the gestures work the best if you swipe from basically below the display. So let me quickly grab it. I think it's gonna be easier. So when you're swiping, you wanna go from straight off the screen. That is the best result. And wherever you are, for instance, right here, you can see this faint little bar. It acts as, well, a little bit of an indication where you need to swipe up to go home. So swipe up is, as you can see, home. If you swipe from the side, it will bring up this arrow, and that arrow also appears on the other side, so you can swipe from either side. Choose whichever one is more comfortable for you. So you might be, if you're using right hand, it might be easier for you to go from the right side rather than the left side. And if you swipe up and hold, it goes into recent, as you can see. So you can access all the recent apps, and also, as you've seen before, you can swipe between apps just from side to side. Now it does feel like you need to swipe up kinda on this part rather than on the screen. If it detects too much of your finger on the screen, it thinks that you're just trying to navigate on the display rather than use the gesture navigation. So like I said, the best way to navigate is to try to do it off the screen rather than on the screen. But this would conclude all the tweaks and tricks that I wanted to share. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.